What's the heads up to this sort of FMQ, sort of longer podcast? Well, it was going to be a short one. I think it went a bit longer. I rambled on, but it's all about coming out in a different way. Enjoy.
Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Just the other day, there was a guy who plays football in the UK. That's real football, by the way, for the people who play soccer. I'm really sorry. But there's a guy who plays for my team, Spurs, Tottenham Hotspurs. And his name was Danny Rose. Young lad, had a big injury, had some real problems. And they call it come out, but come out in a different way. Come out as telling others, and this was in like a press conference, that he had and was suffering from depression. And of course, he got the buzzword, it's mental health problems, which sounds such a bad thing, doesn't it? I've done that before, mental health. You don't go, I've got a bruise, so I've got physical health problems, but, really? No. But he was suffering from depression. And remember, in my beliefs, depression is only a behavior. It's only a way how you feel, and you can always change the way you feel. But I'm going to come on to the help in a minute. And people were asking, was he brave to do so? Was it necessary to do so? Brave? Maybe. Maybe to do it in the arena that he did it, in an open press conference that was then taken into all the UK tabloids and things like that. So I guess that was pretty brave, especially when they're going to keep going, mental health. But he had things that happened to him that didn't matter how much money he earned. He was on a good salary for his playing his football. He's a good footballer. But that doesn't matter how much you've got. He's just got the same brain as you and I. And he takes things in like you and I. And depending on his experiences, his beliefs, his values, those things will affect him in a certain way. Was it necessary? Well, I think so. Because some people are calling it brave, and it's bringing things out into the open that young people can behave depressed, feel depressed. And if they speak out, then people who look up to him will say, actually, I'm going to follow his example. Or maybe look to model him in a way to say, well, what did he do to get rid of that depression? So this, what avenues did he take? So I think it's a great role model. We talk about, these footballers being or needing to be role models. I don't know whether they do, but the thing is, some of them aren't great role models. But Danny Rose, he stood up and became, in my eyes, not just a good footballer, because I think he's a brilliant footballer, but a role model for both young and old. And you see, while I was listening to this on the radio, there's a guy came on with a great metaphor. And the metaphor was, and we've all got these, haven't we? And what are they, Paul? You don't know, I haven't told you yet. But we've all got cupboards. That cupboard that you just, or maybe it's a drawer, and you just, you've just put your bits in that you don't want, that you don't think, you just don't want to face them. You're not yet. So you put it in the drawer, put it in the cupboard. And you keep closing the door, trying to hide it away from everybody and hide it away from yourself. And you keep putting stuff in and you keep putting stuff in. And the thing is, it doesn't do any good, because at the end of the day, the cupboard just, when it does overflow, man, you've got a big problem, because you've got every bloody thing to deal with. And everything becomes bigger than it was when it went in the cupboard. And there's like an overwhelm and all that crap that comes with it. And it doesn't have to be that way. That's why I love this guy, Danny Rose, that coming out and just showing people that it's okay to express what's happening to you. Because you think about this thing, put it in the cupboard, and we've all done this and we all do this, I guess. But unfortunately, when we have things like anxiety, we have depression, we have things things that just don't support us that well, or they're not supporting us anymore. Well, they just get out of control. And in the short term, when we push them away, I've got this. Get ready for this joke. We're like swimming in that river. You know the river? In denial. I told you it was a good one. Oh my God. Anyway, but you're in denial. And the more you put away, you put one little thing away that you could deal with there and then it would go. But then you stack it with something else that you could deal with and that would go, but you don't. So now there's more things to deal with and more things to deal with. And when you've got loads of little things to deal with, they become one great mess to deal with. And then you got the other side of this. And you got these people who go, oh, just man up. Come on. And in a non-sexist world, woman up. Come on. And the thing is, someone said, do you know what? You say that in such a derogatory, sarcastic, horrible way. But in fact, you're right. Man up. Because that's what Danny Rose did. He manned up and looked for help. He has explained how he was feeling to other people. That, to me, and the person I was listening to, is that definition of manning up. Manning up, asking for help, not hiding, looking for help. Because the thing about this help is there at hand, so close by, and you might seem to think it's insurmountable. Thing is, we go back to that thing of what's impossible. You don't know what's impossible because you don't know enough, and especially about this type of thing, because you've got that overwhelm going on in your head and it's creating different feelings and different behaviors and all different things in your physiology and your health suffers and all that crap. And help is so close at hand. And the thing is, in my experience, and I can only talk about my experience and one or two people that I know in this field of NLP, hypnosis and things like that, they help people with these types of behaviors. I want to keep calling them behaviors. There's depression, there's OCD, there's anxiety, the fears, anything like that. They help people really quickly. And they also help them with a real compassion and comfortability. I made that word up because it's a comfortable way of changing in ease, quickly. But the thing about that quick change is it's long-lasting change too. Because all you have to do is look, search. So many people around. And if you want to know and you've got that problem, email me and I'll give you some advice straight over on the email. If there's something you want to know and a process, we'll do something. But if you've got something, one-to-one work, as I always say, really makes a difference. And the thing is, distance doesn't matter. I can't find anybody too close. We've got things like Skype. We've got things like Zoom. They're just different programs on a computer where, say, you and I could work one-to-one. The only difference is I can't give you a poke with my finger to man up. And I wouldn't do that anyway, you know that. But the thing is, help is everywhere. The only thing is, by pushing away into that little cupboard, that drawer, you're not looking for the help. You're looking for the way to hide things away. And the thing is, who are you hiding it from? Who are you trying to fool? Not you, obviously not you, but who are the people when you feel this way, who are you trying to fool by hiding it? Because you can fool some of the people, some of the time. You've heard that saying. But what you can't do is fool all of the people. Because, you have this thing called non-verbal communication. So you might not be going, or you might be going, oh, I'm happy, and I'm okay. But the way you move, the way you speak, the way your facial expressions are, I don't like the term body language, but the way you just communicate with your body to people. They know. Certainly the people who have that sensory acuity and that compassion, they know. And the thing is, if you are one of those people who knows, and this is one of the biggest things about the Personal Development Unplugged community, that I'm so desperately trying to have us create this environment that people can let go of that denial, can ask for help, but also be asked quite compassionately, genuinely, with great curiosity. Are you okay? Are you sure? I'm here to help. I might not be able to help you personally, but I'll help you find help. That's all there is. Maybe it's just an ear to be listened and then go from there. So much you can do. And that's what I don't know. Just look for signs. If you're feeling good yourself and you're around people, just look for the signs. Are people acting in alignment with the words they say? Because if they're not, maybe just sidle up to them and just say, are you sure you're okay? Because it's okay. Unpack the cupboard. Because you see, when you get help on a one-to-one basis, you don't go through all those items in the cupboard. You don't. You don't deal with every one of them. If you're working with someone who's really good, then they'll find the one thing, call it the root cause. They'll find the one thing that's creating all those effects. Then they'll help you deal with that, guide you with a wonderful process to allow your unconscious mind to learn from it and find better ways for you to feel the way you want to feel. So that's encouragement, I hope. Encouragement. I wrote I always write in my notes, a little box at the top. What am I trying to say? What is the big picture message, the meta message? I didn't know what to say. And then my pen wrote, get help in capital letters. Get help. Because you can. And then you really can enjoy every heartbeat. And you really can have more fun than you can stand. And you really can start creating the goals that you want to have and achieve them. And you can achieve them quicker than you can imagine. Now, I don't know how long this has been. It was supposed to be a 5-minute quickie, and it's probably not a long podcast, but it's longer than a 5-minute quickie. And I did ramble and I've gone around the houses, but I just want to encourage you to either be the person looking in or be the person who's looking out and get together so you can encourage each other with our dreams. And realize that, if you're feeling this way, if you are feeling depressed or OCD or anxiety and fear and all that stuff, it's not a failure. You're not a failure. You're just behaving in a particular way and feeling in a particular way. I go through it loads of times with my clients, and they're all for a positive intention. It's just that those behaviors are now no longer appropriate, and we just got to change them. So don't be frightened about this. Let's get some help, because you can. You will. I nearly went into Gloria Gaynor then, but I don't think I will. I will survive. No, there you go. That's why I didn't do it. Anyway, if you would just consider what I've said, whether you're someone who's feeling not the way you want to feel, or maybe you're feeling absolutely brilliant. You're rocking it. You're knocking it out the park. You're doing whatever it is. Just be observant and look around for the people in your care. Because the thing about people in your care, they're everyone else. Yeah, everyone else. That's it from me. Hope it wasn't a sermon. It was just me rambling. And I'm going to speak to you real soon. Enjoy. Oh, and before you go, sharing. Sharing is caring, we say. Please do share this podcast and any other podcast. Share the Personal Development Unplugged Total podcast from iTunes, from Castbox, if you would, with all your friends or to anybody you think needs it. In fact, all your friends and everyone you think needs it. I'd love you to just pay this forward. It's free, but hopefully just because it's free doesn't mean it hasn't got value. So please do share it with your friends. And maybe they would then share it to other people, contribute, do things. Let me know how you're getting on, or if there's any topics you'd like to have discussed, or a process you'd like to have explained, or something that you want to deal with, and I can come up with a process that will help you deal with that. I'm open to all of that. Just email me, paul@paulclough.co.uk, and that's it really. What else is there? Oh, all the hypnosis tracks. They're all free, and the only place you have to go is paulcloughonline.com/podcast. Yes, I know you have to give your email in. If you don't, I can't send you the link to get all the free hypnosis tracks. But you see, they're downloadable as well, and they're all in order and they're all numbered, so you can find them really quickly. You can download them and you can play them without Wi-Fi. You can play them whenever you like, and that's what I love about it. I don't share your email. So in all this data protection stuff, your email does not go anywhere other than back to you when I send you a little reminder of here's a new hypnosis track, or maybe a surprise gift that isn't available outside that environment of the personal development community, which you become a member of when you sign in. And now I think that is about it. If you want to look at some of my programs, they're still at that reduced price. I haven't got enough time to change the things I need to change, so get in there quick. And remember, if you're a member of the personal development community, like signed up for those hypnosis tracks, the guarantee is for the whole of the program. There's a money back guarantee for the whole of the program. So if it's not for you and you've tried it all, hey, doesn't matter. That's my guarantee to you. But I think you'll find they're really, really good. Just do whatever it takes. Anyway, that's enough of me talking too much. Until next time, it's Paul Clough from Personal Development Unplugged. And here's the best bit.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.